Okay, so I'm gonna record this video. I'm gonna try to do it quick. I have notes on my phone actually, because this one, I'm really passionate about this. So, hot take, I guess. I don't think cancel culture is real. I don't think that it's a thing. I think there's people holding each other accountable, and I think there's people being dramatic and sensitive. And I think that sometimes those can be mistaken for the other, but I don't think cancel culture is a thing in the way that people think it is. I think that people call accountability or hate cancel culture often, but that's not cancel culture, because you can't cancel an online creator, because it's the way that the internet works. The only way that you can cancel somebody is if the platform bans them. So most of the time there is no cancel culture. There's just people getting mad and not watching anymore. And that's not cancel culture. That's just people deciding they don't like something. And everyone has any right to do that. But the person isn't canceled. They are welcome to continue posting. They aren't canceled. They're not getting kicked off if they get kicked off of a platform, that's cancel culture, because the term cancel culture comes from networks canceling TV shows when they made jokes that people didn't like. Because there are so many TV shows now, networks could just cancel a show, because that's what it's called when a show is not airing anymore, and the network decided to, so they cancel. That's where cancel culture comes from. And that's not what happens online most of the time. Okay, so the first honorable mention into our look into cancel culture would be the obvious. Logan Paul, first creator to get canceled. He did not get canceled. He is still on YouTube. He still has a podcast. When he did the Suicide Forest video, I'm not going to be talking about what happened in the video, because that's not what this is about. When he did that video, everyone hated him, and rightfully so, because he did a really, really shitty thing. And people were saying, oh, he's canceled, and I think he was the first big creator to get, canceled. At least the first, mainstream creator to get canceled. And so he stopped posting for a while. YouTube temporarily demonetized his channel. So I guess that's closer to cancel culture than anything else, because YouTube took away his income. Did that stop him from posting? No. No, that doesn't stop anyone from posting. Maybe that would stop someone from wanting to post, but that doesn't mean that they can't if they wanted to. Because YouTube did not cancel him. YouTube demonetized his platform. Is that because people didn't like him? No. It's because advertisers didn't like him. Advertisers said, I don't want my ads on his videos. I know what he did. That's going to make our company look bad. So YouTube said, okay, no ads on his videos. And you can advertise on other videos that you like. And then, once nobody cared anymore, they remonetized his videos, and advertisers advertised on his videos again. So, he was not canceled, because he came back. He still posts. Even if he didn't post, that is his choice, because he's still allowed to post. So, effectively, that's not cancel culture. That's just people not liking you. People tend to like him now. Some people don't still, but I feel like the general consensus is that people like him. And I don't care. He apologized, and there's nothing that anyone can do about the past. It's done. So he was not canceled. That's a great example of how, everyone hated him at one point. No one liked him. And that's a great example of cancel culture does not exist, because everyone hated him. So the second great example of cancel culture doesn't exist is Tony Lopez. So everyone hates him. I hate him because he hurts children. And whereas Logan Paul did something shitty, he did not do it more than once. He didn't do the same thing repeatedly. He didn't actively do something to harm children that he knew would be wrong, and that is one of the things that gets people really angry, is when adults hurt children, because why that everyone comes together to be angry about that, because we all should be. And so people will always hate him, in my opinion. I think no one's gonna like him. He will always be hated. His career is not over. He still makes money, because children like him, because they don't understand how wrong what he did is. So his fan base of mostly people that are too young to be allowed on TikTok still like him and still give him views. So even though the majority of the adult and even most of the adolescent people on the internet hate him because he did something really shitty. Pretty much everyone hates him. But he is still allowed to post on TikTok. He is still allowed to post on YouTube. He's still allowed to post on Twitter. He is still allowed to post on Instagram. Because he is not canceled. Because you cannot, and you would think if anyone could get canceled, it's him. For what he did. But you cannot get canceled unless the platform takes your account down. Which I think one of the platforms that does that the most is Twitch. Twitch, I believe, does take, I don't know too much about Twitch, but it does take down creators' channels a lot because it is live and there's less room for mistakes. So I think they tend to be the fastest with deleting people's accounts. So I think that's a little bit different. So maybe you could make the argument that cancel culture is real there. But I don't think it is, because if Tony Lopez can still post and make money and be allowed to post on the internet, he is not canceled. And you would think that he would be the one to be canceled, but he isn't. And a lot of people would say, oh, but he's canceled, everyone hates him. No, that just means people don't like him because he's a shitty person. He is not canceled. He still posts. End of story. You can see this again with people like Trisha Paytas. They are famously just a shitty person, and they still post. Tana Mongeau still posts, famously obnoxious, rude, kinda bad, still posts. Bryce Hall, famously an asshole, still posts. These people are allowed to keep posting because they are not canceled, and they cannot be canceled unless they violate YouTube's terms of service and their channels get taken down. So public opinion cannot cancel somebody, and I think calling that cancel culture takes away the meaning of the word. Because you are... Tana Mongeau's TV show, Tana Mongeau's reality show got canceled, and I think that's funny. But Tana Mongeau didn't get canceled. But individual people cannot be canceled because YouTube doesn't work like that. YouTube is not like a TV network. They don't just take things off. They don't take things off the platform because they don't have a limited space. TV platforms have limited space, so they only allow the shows that get really good ratings. Whereas the internet, anyone can post anything, pretty much. And so they don't have to take things down, and they don't. And there's nothing that we can do about that, because cancel culture doesn't exist. Let me know what you think.